Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jai Nitai Gour Premanande, Hari 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 Bo.
Hare Krishna, liebe Gäste, liebe Devotees, ein warmes Willkommen zu unserem Sonntagsprogramm an unserem Krishna-Tempel Zürich. Hare Krishna, dear guests, dear devotees, a very warm welcome to our Sunday program here at our Krishna-Temple Zurich. Nice to have you here. I know it's the European Championship going on, but you choose to come here. Thank you very much. So our Sunday program is as follows. We will now have a talk on Krishna conscious topic. At 5 o'clock there will be a vegetarian feast served outside. At 6:15 there will be more guided mantra meditation. At 7 o'clock a temple ceremony, and from 8 o'clock onwards more singing of kirtan. For today's talk we are happy here to invite His Grace Shri Gour Rupa Prabhu. Please welcome him with a big Hari Bol. I think many of you have already seen him and also his wife. Both of them are very renowned cooks. They are cooking here for the Lordships also many delicious preparations. Prabhu, he's from India. He came into contact with Krishna consciousness around 20 years ago, and he's connected to this temple and also living in Switzerland since 10 years. And from that time on, he's very much being part of this temple community, serving, as I mentioned, as a cook, but also recently he is serving as the head of our sales and fundraising department. And I think for maybe close a year, they have also started a program for the Indian community on Saturdays. And I think this is also going on weekly and very successfully. So we are very happy that Prabhu is going to give the talk today. He's going to give the talk on the topic dealing with failures. And before we start, I just have two requests. Everyone please come forward, move forward, take this empty space here. And I'm going to ask about the translation, German translation. Braucht jemand eine deutsche Übersetzung? Okay? Not? Then I wish you a very happy Sunday. Hare Krishna.
Everybody understanding Krishna? Hare Krishna. So, as Prabhu said, thank you very much for coming on this Sunday. It's not easy to come to temple on a free day. Yeah, so you all are very glorious and very fortunate. And at least we are very fortunate that we get your association on a Sunday evening class. So with the permission of the senior devotees, okay, we start with Jai Radha Madhava and then we go to the topic. Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunj Bihari, Jayo Radha Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jayo Girvardhari, Jayo Gopi Jana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Bihari, Jayo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Jagannatha, Jayo Baladeva, Jayo Subhadra, Jayo Chakra Sudarshan, Jayo Jagannatha, Jayo Baladeva, Jayo Subhadra, Jayo Chakra Sudarshan, Jayo Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Jayo Gaura Hari, Jayo 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 Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Jayo Gurudev, 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 Jayo Jayo Gurudev, Jayo Jayo Gurudev, 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 Jayo Jayo Gurudev. Thank you very much. So today we will touch upon on the practical aspect of Krishna consciousness. On that, I mean, this is one of the most burning problem, especially in today's world, where how do we manage reversals in our life? And the topic is managing the defeat. Yeah, defeat means reversal. So we try to be more interactive rather than monologue. Okay, only one-side conversation. So anybody has idea that when we say we are defeated or we have a reversal in our life? Any idea? When we say I'm defeated, I have a problem in life. Yes. When you feel that you are defeated in life or you had a reversal in your life, when do you feel that? So the yes.
When we have certain expectation, also some result we are expecting to come.
So you have certain expectation from somebody or from the society, etc., right? And so you wanted to be successful in certain areas, right? And you are not successful there. Then you feel defeated, sometimes cheated, or sometimes you feel that this is something which has gone wrong in my life, right? So this success and defeat, these are the key words, and they are it's two sides of the same coin. Either you are successful or you are unsuccessful in certain aspect. But if you look closely, these are all relative terms. For one, which is success, for somebody it is meaningless. For example, if you take an ant, right? What is the success story of an ant? Have you seen an ant? If you go to the garden, what the ant is always doing? It is always making a roller and trying to push it up. So for ant, it's a success story. But for a common person, it's a useless thing. What it is doing. He has nothing to do with that. Similarly, for somebody, for Bill Gates, what is success? Okay, for a pauper like us, it doesn't make much sense, right? For him, the success is to having this, whatever companies earning so much on a equity, on his share prices are going up, right? Elon Musk, his yearly salary per year is 56 billion, right? So for him, that is success. Somebody was trying to reduce that, and they decided, no. He successfully defended it. So for him, that is success. For us, what is success? If we can get, if we are able to pay successfully our rent, our insurance, right? And the basic day-to-day basic needs. That's the success story for us. So the success and defeat is always relative. Once I was in another country and I bought car. The car was pretty new. And I was also a new driver. So when I tried to park, there was a pillar. Okay, and by mistake, I hit the pillar. And the car was stuck there. Now, me and my wife were thinking, what we do? We tried to push the car with all our, strength, but the car did not move. And the only option I had is to take it forward with a big scratch. And I was thinking what I have done. My car has such a big scratch, my car, on which I spent so much money. And that day I thought it's a 15, 20 years old story. I thought I should commit suicide because I fell there. So the person, when I was in office, my colleague, he said, hey, why are you so down today? His name was Boyke. I said, Boyke, you know what happened? This happened to my car. Oh, you bought it new? I said, yes. Okay, no problem. This is very simple thing. He gave me one number, go to the guy, and it costed me only $300, and it wasn't as good as new. So, even though success and failures are relative terms, it has different impact on different personality, depending upon time, place, circumstances we are in. as of today, when you hear, there are many boys and girls, they are giving up their life because they are not successful in life. Not successful earning money. Somebody is not able to pass the 10th exam or not able to get the engineering colleges. They commit suicide. Without knowing that, was this the purpose of his life? Because the purpose of life is much, much more than one event in life. These are various events in our life which we think that it's our ultimate goal. It's not our ultimate goal. Of course, we need to understand that what does success mean, why I am here. And these incidents happen to many, many people. For us, it is maybe a setback. Let us call it a setback, right? But setback is not the end of life. If you look at those who are 50, 60 years old, for them you see all this, I have failed so many exams, so what? You know, but again, we need to see that how do we handle it. You know, some people, as I said, commit suicide, somebody withdraw from the society. Because how I will go and face, like the children whose parents are spending so much, and because of bad association or whatever, or sometimes it's not my cup of tea, I'm not capable of doing that. That also need to be understood. And it happens with almost everybody. Anybody has heard the name of Haridas Thakur? So, Haridas Thakur was the epitome of chanting. In Krishna conscious movement, everybody, every staunch devotee wants to go at the level of Haridas Thakur because he was the biggest chanter. You know, he was associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Haridas Thakur came from a Muslim background. Yeah, he came from a Muslim background, and he was chanting 300,000 malas or 300,000 harinam per day. Yeah, so that kind of devotee. But some people did not like that, especially the counselor of his area was Ram Charan Khan. So, in order to bring him down, okay, he sent a prostitute, okay, to Haridas Thakur. So, when the prostitute came, so he was chanting, because to chant 300,000 malas, right, it takes time. We have only 24 hours. So Haridas Thakur told her that I want to talk to you. So Haridas Thakur told her that, yeah, we will talk, don't worry, but let me finish my rounds. So he was chanting. Then evening came, and the lady, she was feeling very tired, so she slept. Okay, and when she got up, it was morning. Okay, she saw that Haridas Thakur is still chanting. So she went home. And again, next day night, she again came that, I want to talk to you, Prabhu. Yes, we will talk. But let me finish my chanting first. Yeah, same thing happened. Okay, and next day again, she came. Okay, and Haridas Thakur had the same answer. Okay, but then she realized, okay, that this is the pure devotee. Yeah, and basically what happened, she came to bring down Haridas Thakur, to influence him so that he has a fall down. Okay, but what happened? Opposite of that. That lady became, the prostitute became a devotee of Lord. She basically took Haridas Thakur's Tulsi and started worshipping that. So that is one level of commitment. But if you see another side, or opposite of that, anybody remembers a similar example, okay, as per the Shastras, okay, where somebody had a great fall down? Huh? Yeah, Ajamil, fine, but he was not Acharya. Yeah, he was a nice person, he was a devotee. So there is somebody called Vishwamitra. Anybody has heard the name of Vishwamitra? So Vishwamitra was a very, very elevated person. He was a great Jnani. He had a lot of knowledge. Okay. And when Indra saw him, okay, he said, Ki, we need to teach him a lesson. Yeah. So whom he sent? Yes. So Indra sent Menaka, okay, to influence Vishwamitra. And Vishwamitra did got influenced. Okay. And from their association, he married Menaka, and from there, one girl was born. Okay. And then when Vishwamitra realized, okay, so what was the name of the girl? Shakuntala. Hope you have heard this name, Shakuntala. So from association of Vishwamitra and Menaka, Shakuntala was born. And when Vishwamitra realized, he says, no, I don't want to get entangled into all that. Okay. And he left that place. And Menaka, being a society girl of Indraloka, she also left. Yeah. And the Shakuntala was brought on by one of the king. Anyway, so, and Shakuntala got married to Bharat Maharaj, right? And that's how the name of India is Bharat, from the name of Bharat. But the point here is, did anybody realize that why Haridas Thakur did not fall, and why Vishwamitra, who was such an elevated soul, he's in the Shastra, he's one of the biggest Jnani. He had a fall. Any idea? We want to make it a little bit more conversational. Why Vishwamitra, in spite of being Gyata of all the Shastras, okay, fell down, but Haridas Thakur did not fall? Because Haridas Thakur was devotee of the Lord. That's a big, the whole successful or unsuccessful, the whole thing of coming to Lord is not because you become something. You basically get under the shelter of Lordship. And that's how Lord protects us. That's a very important thing for us to know. We are always in the mood, or we are kind of conditioned in this material world, okay, that I do this, and I get this. That's the material, conditioning of our soul. It's always thinking about achieving something, not surrendering yourself. Even whenever we walk into the spiritual life also, our mentality is very much like this. Yeah? That, okay, I go to God, I do 2 times prayer, okay, I do this seva, that seva, okay, I give this much money to Lord, and in return, my family should be good, my education should be good, my children should be top in the class, I should have a very high paying job, okay, but I should be paying less taxes, so put me in some country where the tax is low, but salary is high, maybe Luxembourg, Switzerland, okay, no to Germany, 50% tax. So that's our expectation. And that's the conditioning of the soul. And this is, so we need to change that. Okay. And, every time, so assuming that this is hospital, right? We are a sick person in a material life. We come to a spiritual life to get a better value of our life. Okay. To get into hospital. But when you come to hospital, maybe you are better outside hospital. When you come to hospital, it becomes much, much more difficult. I was 4 or 5 months back, I had operation. Okay. Of course, I had problem. That's why I went to hospital. But in hospital, they literally put, instrument on my head. Okay. And for 15 days, it was great pain. So much pain killer, then so much of insulin. I mean, lot of things. You had to do all your nitya karma on the bed. So the life is not easy, okay, even in the hospital. But over a period of time, okay, you get better and better and better. Yeah, in the hospital. So the spiritual life in the beginning, it's a bit difficult. Because when the manthan happens, when the samudra manthan happens, all the bisa, the poison comes out. That poison has to go away from our day-to-day life. And the successful and the defeat, we need to understand from the angle of Shastra. If you look at Bhagavatam, the story of Gajendra, right? It's a classic example that what you think and what's successful, and even when you are unsuccessful, sometimes it is important to be unsuccessful for a better cause of the life. There is always, whenever we think that we are in a very comfortable position, okay, always remember that there is something wrong is coming. When you see the wave, okay, the waves are, quite very streamlined. It goes like this, but there is a huge undercurrent within that. Yeah, if you hear the story of Gajendra, and everybody knows. Maybe I will repeat it. So, in the 8th canto of Bhagavatam, this story comes. There was a king called who was the king of Gandharva Loka, a very elevated position. And one day he was enjoying his life, and his leg touched the Devala Muni, and the Devala Muni, he cursed him. And what he cursed him? To become a crocodile. Yeah, and you know how crocodiles are. They are full of, krodha. You see crocodile. You won't see many crocodile together. Probably you see somewhere in Malaysia, Vietnam, where they are basically doing crocodile agriculture. Okay, but normally you will see them only one. And in one area there is only one. And he has a very big, tongue. And everything, he is always in search of some prey, okay, so that he can swallow it. And that's the test of the tongue. In our tongue, which is so small, it's very difficult to control. Both in terms of taste or in terms of, speaking. If you are able to control your tongue, 99% of the problem in this world is gone. Okay, because most of the fight happens because of the what we speak or what we eat. I was listening to Patri Prabhu, one of the devotee, quite famous devotee. He was telling that all these wars are here is the war of ego, and in the ego we speak something which we should not be doing. Okay, so this he became a crocodile. Okay, and that crocodile caught the leg of Gajendra. And who was Gajendra? Gajendra was Indrayumna Maharaj. Okay, he also have a story. Okay, so here see the Huhu Maharaj, right? He was given a curse. Okay, but that curse became a big benediction for him. Because even though he was cursed, he became a crocodile, but he got an opportunity to killed by the Lord himself. The Lord cut his head, and from there he got liberated, and again he went back to Gandharva Loka. Even though he go into Loka, okay, in spiritual terms, he got liberated because he directly seen Lord. But we are sometimes, many of us have not seen Prabhupada. Okay, it would have been great. But he has managed to see the Lord himself. Yeah. So the other side of the story is the Gajendra story. And who was Gajendra? He was Indrayumna Swami. And one day, Indrayumna Swami, he was a very successful king. Yeah. He was running his kingdom very nicely, and he got retired Okay, and after retirement, he went to Malaya Hills. He was the king of Pandya dynasty. He went to Malaya Hills, and in Malaya Hills, he was totally immersed in Dhyana Yoga. Okay, and when he was immersed in Dhyana Yoga, then at that time Agastya Muni came. And you know, whenever somebody comes to our house, okay, we basically give our attention to him or her. Okay, make him or her comfortable. Ask him or her to some water, some food, or ask them to sit. Okay, but here Indramana Maharaj was basically totally immersed in dhyana. And when Agastya Muni saw him, okay, he got totally wild, we can say. He got very angry. Okay, that I am here, and you know, with all these munis, they were such elevated that on a minor things they got used to angry. Okay, and similar like Parikshit Maharaj, right? At least Parikshit Maharaj had he was a little bit of at fault, right? He should not have put the snake. Okay, but that was not such a big fault that he should be given the curse to die within a week. And here Indramana Maharaj had no fault at all, because he has not seen the sadhu, Agastya Muni. But Agastya Muni cursed him to become an elephant. Okay, and he became elephant, and then he was caught by this crocodile, and then out of his previous birth's karma, okay, he basically started remembering the Lord, okay, and the Lord came and saved him and delivered him. So in both the cases, in case of Hu Maharaj and as well as in case of Indramana Maharaj, okay, the failure, which is not considered as a failed person, had become a great boon for them, because they got delivered. It would have taken millions of years for them, okay, to get delivered at the hand of the Lord. Yeah, but all this sometimes looks, when we quote from Shastra, yeah, it looks very, very nice to hear, okay, but very difficult to, you know, digest into our day-to-day life, okay. And sometimes we also say, okay, fine, Bhagavatam, it is there. What is a big deal? But that was Satya Yuga or some Yuga. How can this happen in this Yuga? But no. You know, our Guru Maharaj, he quotes a very nice story. It's a true story. Okay, and it's very important for us to appreciate that and learn from that. There was a lady called Sindhu Tai, you know. She was very famous in her later part of life, and she won many national and international awards for her work. So Sindhu Tai was born in a very, very poor family in western part of India called Maharashtra. There is a district called Wardha. And being a girl, and that girl is also a third or fourth child of a family, okay? And it's a very bad practice, but the parents, for her parents, she was a kind of unwanted child, yeah? And they were from a very, very poor family, Sindhu Tai. But she was very intelligent, okay, from birth itself. But in her real life, she was always, you know, kind of unsuccessful. Not because she was unsuccessful, but because she was put in a condition where she cannot succeed. So when she was growing up, at the age of 9 years, she passed, I think, primary 4 exam. Okay. Then at the age of 12, she was married to a person who was 20 years older than her. Okay. Because unwanted child, and the parents somehow wanted to get rid of her. So they married, and the husband was quite abusive guy. Okay. So Sindhu Tai has, I think, 1 or 2 children. But she had a fighter spirit. Now you can see a child who was not supported by parent, a small kid, still she grew, she used to do very good in study, but the parents still didn't wanted that. Okay, got her married. But here also, she never let injustice to happen in front of her eyes. Okay, so the village head, okay, he used to do some corruption, so she will point it out. Okay, and this guy was a kind of mafia guy. Okay, so he wanted to teach Sindhutai a lesson. Okay, so he started, he started spreading a false narrative against her. That, oh, her character is bad, as it happens in India. Or, I mean, it's a very bad practice. Now that things are far better, but at that point of time, even in West also, for a woman who is successful, okay, it's very difficult to digest. Okay, and it was happening from 50 years back from today. Okay, and it was very bad situation. So that guys, and then Sindhutai was pregnant with her child. Okay, so the guy started, doing propaganda against her, that, oh, her character is bad, and telling her husband that, the child which she is bearing, that is my child. So that kind of allegation he put against Sindhutai. So the husband got angry, he started beating and all, and then the whole family threw Sindhutai out of house. And they threw at a place, okay, where she was fully pregnant. I mean, anytime the child may be born, okay. And they threw him in the cow shed so that she will be, overrun by the cows. Okay, somehow they wanted that lady to die. Okay, but she survived. Okay, one day morning, she got up. She with her own hand, the cord, she removed. Okay, the one girl was born. And when she looked up, one cow was protecting her. And the cow did not allow, her in-laws to come so that, somehow they affect her. Now, I mean, what a lady who has no formal education and all, what she can do? So she had no hope at all. She picked up the child and then she went to railway station, okay, or railway line, okay, and she wanted to commit suicide. And at that time, what happened? She was sleeping on the railway track with her child and herself, so that the train comes and they will be finished, because she had no hope from the life. At that time, one old person, he was shouting for help. Please help me, I'm hungry for so many days. Okay, can somebody give me some food? And this goes into her ear and she wakes up. She comes to that person and asks him that, what is your problem? He said, look, for 5 days I have not got any water, any food. Okay, can you please help me? So Sindhutai tells later that that person came to me as my God, even though he was asking for help. So she takes the child, goes into the market and begs to everybody, and she collects some food, and that food she shares with that old person. And she was continuously doing this one. Slowly, the child she had no place to live, but as she started begging, some people helping her, and slowly she grew, and over a period of time, she started orphanage. So the person who had nothing, who was about to commit suicide, okay, she slowly started orphanage. And she started giving, she was begging, and sometimes people know her and they started contributing to her cause. And at the end, she had 1,500 children in the orphanage. And Sindhutai, she got United Nations Award, she got everything. After many years, okay, one very old person came to her orphanage, very old person, okay, and asking her for help. But she was telling, she told that, why old person, I am taking care of children's. And all the children's which she was taking care, many become doctor, lawyer, okay, over a period of time. So when Sindhu Tai went and see that person, you know who was that person? Her husband who threw her out and who wanted to kill her. And Sindhu Tai gave him the shelter, but she told that not as your wife, but as your mother. So that's the story, or that's the mercy of the Lord, that even in the extreme circumstances, okay, we need not lose faith. Okay, we need to evaluate that what is success in our life, and what do we mean by success. Even if you succeed, suppose I have a desire, okay, that I want to. Of course, I had a desire. Okay, I won't say I did not have a desire that I want to become millionaire overnight. Yeah, I may become millionaire. I may buy a lottery ticket, Swiss Lotto or something. I can become a millionaire. But what after that? Most of the Maharaj says that most of the rich people, as they become rich, okay, they become very lonely. But even though we are successful in life, okay, we should never use that success as a weapon against anybody. You saw the example of Sindhu Tai. She could have simply kicked out her husband, right, who came for her shelter. There was another, I read in our school days, in 1500th century, there was a great king in India called Akbar, okay? Anybody heard this name, Mughal King Akbar? Yeah. So he was a, there are many stories on his name, Akbar the Great. Okay. So Akbar, in his court, there are many eminent people. There are somebody big economist, somebody very big in finance, somebody big in Rajniti Shastra and all. And there was one person, okay, who was very much good in singing. And I'm forgetting his name. Tansen. Yeah. So Tansen was very good in singing. So there was a there was an order in the city of Agra. So the Akbar's fort was in Agra. There is an order in the city of Agra is that anybody, okay, who want to sing in Agra, okay, he has to sit in competition with Tansen. If he loses, okay, he will be killed. So if you want to sing in that part of the area, you have to be better than this guy. Now, the order was there, but not everybody knew this, okay? So in the olden days, a lot of yogi, sadhu, or those who are really worshipper of music, they used to live in the outskirts, in the forest. So a group of sadhus, okay, they started singing on the roads of Agra, yeah, and they didn't know that this kind of order is there, and they will be singing very melodious song with their small children, okay, and the king's police saw them, okay, and they brought the sadhu to the Akbar's court, okay, that he was singing on the road. So he was told that, look, this is the rule in Agra. Okay, if you want to sing, okay, you have to sit in competition. And obviously he sat in the competition and he lost. The sadhu lost. And he was killed. But the sadhu had a son. His name is, he was the biggest singer, okay, in that part of India. He's called Baiju Bawra. There is a lot of movies on that. And the Baiju, he saw his father getting killed. Okay, so he had a desire that one day I will come and defeat Tansen and get him killed. Because if Tansen loses, he will be killed. Okay, so Baiju went back to the forest, started learning the music under the guidance of his guru. Okay, and he became very good in singing. Okay, very good. I mean, his singing was so good that even when he started singing, even the stones will start melting. So that kind of power he had. So when he was about to graduate, okay, so every time a guru is giving you shiksha or diksha, okay, he asks for something. Okay, like any guru in India, I mean, you have to give guru dakshina. Okay, we also give guru dakshina. Okay, when we get diksha, we give guru dakshina. Yeah. So his guru said, Baiju, I want to ask something from you. Okay, he said, what? Ask me anything. Anything for you. So he said, okay, promise me that with your skill, you will not harm anybody. With your singing skill, you will not harm anybody. You will not cause any bad things to anybody. Baiju knew that what my guru is asking. He cried a lot. Okay, that my 15 years of tapasya has gone nowhere. But since he has promised to his guru, okay, he said, yes, I honor you. I honor this world. Baiju, then there's a rest is history. Baiju comes back to Agra, he starts singing on the street. Same, the police catches him, take him to the king. The king says, okay, you need to do this, this, this. They sit in the competition with Tansen, and Tansen loses. Okay, and then Akbar said that, okay, now Tansen should be hanged. But Baiju Bawra said, no, I give him Jivan Dan. Okay, so the point which I'm trying to make here is that, yes, we may be successful or unsuccessful. If you are unsuccessful, that doesn't mean that it's a absolutely bad thing for you. Okay, it's a stepping stone for your success. Whenever the life goes very smoothly, we miss a lot of other things in life. We miss a lot of turns and twists. If you are driving an auto van, there is nothing on the road, there is a high chance that you may get an accident. Okay, one day Gauranga Prabhu had come, and I took them to Langethal. Okay, so while coming, I was driving, everybody was sleeping because everybody was tired, and so do I. And the thing was so smooth that the road was empty almost. It was Saturday evening, and it was so calm that even I fell asleep for a while, and the car was going like this. So every time when we see that the life is very smooth, it means something is boiling, and we are not able to catch that. Okay, every time you see that things are going very smooth, okay, there is an inherent problem, because there is nothing called problemless in this life. And the success varies from person to person and objective to objective. There is nothing called success, and as I said, it's all, varies. Yeah. So the message here is that we should not get, it's a simple. If you are in a very good situation, do not get too happy about it. Okay? If you are in a very bad situation, do not get too much demoralized about it, because there is always a chance. There is always a chance. Even if you are in a very old age also, there is a chance, always chance that you saw, Sindhu Tai. She was about to die, but a person who was hungry brought her from a situation where, she becomes such a famous personality. Yeah. So with that, I give, full stop to my words. Feel free to ask any question and have a conversation. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I have first just a very short question. I was wondering if this Indradyumna
Indradumna Maharaj.
yeah, Maharaj is the same that was searching for Nila Madhava and
No.
no, it's
No. That
completely
was
different, right?
that was in relation to Jagannath.
Yes.
Yeah. This Indradumna Swami or Maharaj, he was from Pandya, from the South India.
Mm.
That comes in Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 4.
And my second question was that you were mentioning that if actually when we are able to control our tongue, that 99% of problems would be solved. So that is actually a lot. So could you
Yes,
maybe
that's my
elaborate
personal
on that?
experience. That's my personal. See, look, even forget about devotees, okay? Normal also saying that you are what you eat. And the eating has a direct correlation with your tongue, your senses, okay? You become, it's the same what you are basically consuming, okay? This tongue, in terms of speaking, these terms give you, the tongue can give you a high pedestal, and this tongue can bring you down pedestal, at the down also. Okay? If you are, with the tongue, if you are spreading a good message, people will appreciate you. Okay? People will worship you. Okay? But if you use the tongue, okay, to badmouth somebody, you may get some slaps also. Okay? If you don't control your tongue, okay, you may get beaten left, right, and center. And that's why most of the problem starts from argument. If you see the Ukraine-Russia war, it's not these are all brothers, right? They are all part of the same family. But some two people started blabbering, okay? And that's where it all started. And now it is, many people are getting killed. And these two people are also not safe. They don't go alone anywhere. It's the tongue which they could not control. And my personal experience is that most of the problem goes away if you have control on your tongue. First of all, if everybody has a control on the senses, most of this animal killing will stop in this world. If you have control on the senses, most of the hunger in this world will go away. Because we wanted to eat this, okay, we basically produce this, and this. At home also, if there is a fight between wife and husband, okay, if one controls the tongue, the fight is over. If there is an argument within father and son or daughter and mother, okay, if one controls the tongue, it's because after some time both realizes that I am wrong. Because in the heat of moment we say something which basically comes to bite us. Let us not make it 99%, make it 90%. Yeah? But the message which I was trying to drive is that it's very important, the tongue, especially in case of the crocodile, right? The crocodile is always hungry, okay, always looking for something. In that context, I brought this. Hare Krishna. Okay, if there is no other, you have?
Oh, my question is, in spiritual life, how do we have to define success and failure? Because, as I say, you mentioned many examples, and their success and failures we can measure by external factors, maybe how much they earn, or their mother who could open an orphanage, etc. But I'm wondering, in spiritual life, where usually we want to transform in the inner side, our heart, etc., how do we have to look at failures and success, or what do we have to interpret as failure and success?
Look, I mean, spiritual life is a kind of, like we are in a material, we have a material body, right? And thus inside we have the spirit, right? So in spiritual life, the most success is basically if you are, and this again very personal, okay? If you are able to follow your guru, sadhu and shastra, if you are able to satisfy your guru, okay, a kind of level of success you have already reached. Of course, the guru has to be bona fide, okay? Prabhupada, what was his success factor? He, even though, you know, he was at that old age, okay, he wanted to satisfy the word he has given to his guru, that I will distribute this message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the whole world. So there is no absolute measurement, okay, because measuring the spiritual aspect, I mean, think about Vishwamitra. He was a spiritual person. Yeah, there is no exact measurements that, okay, I wake up at 4:30, do the arti, then do the chanting, and then do the Sringar arti, darshan arti, and I am successful. Probably not, because the success in the spiritual life mean more than that. Yeah, I am cooking every day. I am cooking and feeding so many people. Am I successful? May or may not be. I am not judging that aspect. Okay, it may or may not be, because again it matters that are you doing these things for your ego satisfaction or really satisfaction to the Supreme Lord? Because even in devotee's life also, there is a ego. Many of the things, at least I can tell in my case, many of the things which I do is not really, nothing to do with bhakti. It's more to do with ego. I want to give this many prasadam. Okay, 1 o'clock, the prasadam should be ready. From external side, it may look, oh, see at this Prabhu, they are coming every Saturday, cooking this much, talking to this many people. Yeah, fine, you may think like that, but I know what I am inside. Yeah? But if your guru, because the guru knows who you are, okay, he has chanted one mala for you, for your betterment, right? If you are able to satisfy your guru, able to follow on his path, okay, you are considered to be I mean, that's what I hear from the Maharaj and Sadhu and Shastra. So it's very important to follow the instructions of our Guru. Now, as I said, it's very debatable whom you consider Guru. Any Tom, Dicky and Harry cannot become Guru. In Shastra, it is given the qualification of Guru. So, end of the day, it becomes very important that whom do we consider our Guru. It cannot be just one person is giving very nice lecture sitting on a very big temple, 1 million people are watching me on YouTube, he is a successful Guru. No. That's not what the Shastra says. And even the Gurus have fallen down. I met many years back, in 2012, we were on, with the devotees, we were on cruise. Okay, and I met one Mataji, she was from Spain, because we are also traveling through Spain. And that Mataji, so she had 4 very nice children and very well brought up children, and Mataji was extremely good, and we are having conversation for hours. Okay, so she had one Guru, the Guru fell down. She had another Guru, that Guru also fell down. She had the 3rd Guru. So the many gurus have fallen down, but the chela, the disciples has remained strong in her service. And Maharaj was appreciating her. So in spiritual life, of course, ultimate success will be when we are able to take the name of Lord at the time of giving up this body. Okay, but in normal day-to-day activity, if we are able to satisfy our Guru, if our Guru is appreciating your activity, I think that's an intermediate success which we can consider. Because the day we think that I am successful, that's the day when the downfall starts. You look at any dictator, anybody, the day Prabhupada in his last day also, he was basically preaching. The sannyasis who say even though they are sold, Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj, think about that person who has been traveling the whole world like anything. Even now he has stopped. When I saw him 5-6 years back, even in that condition he was traveling. Because in spiritual life, the day you think, okay, that's done, my part is over, I have achieved perfection in life, that's where the downfall begins. So, answer to your question that there are intermediate successes, there are stepping stones, okay, but the ultimate success is when you go back to Godhead. And we should never think that, yes, we should get validation, but we never think that I have become perfect. In any part of the life, whether you are working in an office or you are doing, you know better than me, you are playing mridanga, yeah? The day you say that I am the master, job done. Yes, Prabhu, sorry if I said something wrong. So with that, we end this session. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Nitai ki, Hare Krishna.
Sri Gour Rupa Prabhu ki. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for speaking today on how we have to deal with failures. And before we go on to the next program, I just wanted to give you some news and some information. Next Sunday, we have a special program here. It's the Snana Yatra Festival. So it's the bathing ceremony of Sri Sri Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Maharani. So on that day, we will have a little adjustment to our Sunday program. We actually will start already at 2 o'clock with the program. At 2 o'clock already, the bathing ceremony will start, and the rest of the program is more or less the same. So we will have till 4 o'clock the Abhishek, then we'll have some katha about who is Lord Jagannath and what's this special festival about. We'll continue with the mantra meditation, etc., and with the temple ceremony at 7 o'clock. But then at 7:45, they will actually leave this place for 2 weeks. They will go in isolation. So we will accompany them with kirtan, and they will go upstairs, isolation for 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks, on the 7th of July, they will come back outside with a lot of mercy to the Lake of Zurich. It's a festival of Ratha Yatra on 7th of July. And there, on that day, there will be no program here. We will all go to the lakeside, and from the afternoon to the evening, we will pull the carts from Chinawiese to Bürkliplatz, and there will have a stage program, many stalls, and many other festival activities. So these are the flyers. You can find them outside. Please take them with you, give them to your friends, to your relatives, and save this very special day. Just also want to inform that for this very special festival, also many financial support we need. We will distribute many fruits and sweets, and we will build many stage, and we will have we will have to rent the audio system, etc., and permits. So for this festival, you have an opportunity to also support financially this very special occasion. Here are some items which you can sponsor. There are some amounts given. You can actually choose which amount you want to give. You don't have to be exactly that amount which is stated here. This is an estimated amount, but we are very grateful. Whatever amount you are able to contribute, the lordships will be very grateful. So this list, we will hang it outside in the vitrine also. You can find it there, and you can also contact us for more details. Thank you very much. Now I wish you a very happy Prasharam, vegetarian feast. It will be served outside. See you later. Hare Krishna.
You're running off. Oh, rolling.
There's nothing happening with me He's coming in here. That's why explaining this to you. Here's a demonstration. Somehow units you cannot go outside third eye. So we have to bring just respect. Well, he's giving a workshop. He's just coming from we do the work next okay, I don't remember seeing the workshop. Unless they have like they have